I love these oat milk cream pies. They're delicious. Welcome to my channel. I'm Chris. Today we're going to be talking about the Canon Rebel T7. Some of you may already have this camera. Some of you may be thinking about buying this camera. But that's what we'll be talking about. Stick around. But I like it. Liked it a lot when I first got it. It's got a 24.1 megapixel sensor. Not bad. I think my Canon 6D Mark II is only 26. It's got the Digix 4 processor. Kind of makes it slow. It only shoots like 3 frames per second for still pictures. But you know, just starting out, that's not bad. It's really slow actually. You're not going to be shooting sports or anything that's moving really fast. It's pretty good for taking pictures of your kids or portraits. Pretty much anything that's not moving fast, it works really well for. The lens that it comes with is the 18 to 55 kit lens. You're gonna hear all over the internet that this lens, or that all kit lenses are terrible and get rid of them and they're no good, they don't take good pictures. Well, the 18 to 55, no, it's not the best lens, but it's decent. I really like using it. It's got stabilization built in. It takes pretty good images. It's a lot better than the 75 to 300 kit lens. That lens is terrible. I hate it. This lens on here is actually my little sister's. I sold mine, regrettably. As soon as I sold it, I wish I still had it. So I borrowed hers because I still like using this camera, and sometimes I don't want to put on the 24 to 70 or one of my better lenses. But yeah, overall I believe it's a pretty good camera, especially for somebody that is just starting out. For just the camera and the kit lens, I think it's definitely under 500 bucks. I can't remember the exact cost on it, but it's definitely a pretty inexpensive camera, and just over $500 you can get it with 2 lenses and a bag, which the bag's actually pretty nice. Keeps everything in there secure, and it's padded and whatnot. But video, as far as video is concerned on here, I haven't done a lot of video with it. I never planned on doing video until here recently. As you can tell, this is actually my very first video, so it's the video is probably not all that great, but I'm learning. I'm gonna try to get better, and figured this would be a good one for me to start with as far as a review. But video, it's not that great. It only does 1080, I think 24 and 30 frames per second. 720 only does like 30 frames per second, and it'll do 60 frames per second at, what is it, no, I'm sorry, it'll do 60 frames per second at 720, and it'll do 480. Nobody's going to be recording in 480. It does not have a microphone jack. It's pretty terrible that it does not have a microphone jack. I don't know why they didn't put one in on it, but it don't have one, so you can't use an external microphone. They say that you can go into the USB port on it. I've tried it, it does not work. I've not been able to get it to work, so if you have, maybe leave a comment. I would like to maybe put an external mic on here, because right now you can't, and I don't know how. I've seen or I've heard other people say they can, but I haven't figured it out yet. Also, if you get an older version of one of these, only certain flashes, external flashes, work with it. So be aware of that as well. Mine's a newer one, so I can pretty much use any flash for it. But other than that, it's really, you know, I think it's a pretty decent beginner camera. I've moved on since then, but I've had this for about 3 years now. I do still occasionally shoot with it. I have no issues with giving it to my son and letting him shoot with it. He does pretty good with it, especially in auto mode. Most of you probably are going to start out in auto, but don't be scared to put it in manual. It does pretty good. I'll share some sample images that I've taken with it, and yeah. So if you're thinking about buying one of these, I say go ahead. It's decent. It's okay. It's perfect for a beginner. It's something you can definitely grow with, and you know, get the general understanding of photography and get the basics down. And I mean, once you get those down, pretty much any camera you put in your hand, you're going to be able to take a good picture with. But this is definitely a good beginner camera. It's inexpensive, it's light, the battery life's pretty good. I do recommend always having a second battery with you though. I recommend that with every camera. So yeah, definitely get a battery. They're pretty cheap, even the Canon ones. I think I paid $30 for an extra battery. It's not terrible. But yeah, so anyways, that's the T7. It's a good camera. I do believe I read that it's the #1 selling DSLR of all time. I don't know how accurate that is, but I have seen that, I have read that, and I can see why, because I mean, it's inexpensive. You know, you get the kit. It comes with 2 lenses. Everything you need to shoot right there in one box, besides a memory card. You got to put an SD card in it, but other than that, literally it's like $600 and some. You can get 2 kit lenses, the camera body, the bag, the strap, battery, and you're ready to shoot. So yeah, no wonder it's the #1 selling DSLR of all time. Anyways, that's my video for today. Thanks for watching. If you like it, go ahead and hit the like button. I'll be putting more videos out, so go ahead and subscribe, and turn on the notifications if you'd like. Have a good day.